to me. Every day another deposit, yeah. I just signed a deal with Kicks, though I'm a designer, yeah. Loyalty and must and death before dishonor, yeah.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, as good as they've been, they know this one won't be easy. Trying to steal a road win against a very capable team, and both teams are up for this one. Coming off a wild ride, Kenny, you've been involved in All-Star Weekend on a number of fronts. What did this break in the action mean to the players?
It's a good rest time, but you know what, Ernie, for me, at 1 year, it wasn't. Because I'm going to tell you, give me a stat. Let me see if you guys know. Shaq, only guy in All-Star history to participate in the dunk contest and the three-point contest on the same night.
It got to be you.
Kenny Smith.
You're looking at him, brother. That's right.
That's
on
awesome.
the same night,
awesome.
man.
That was the easiest answer we've ever had.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I was wearing it out. Now, if I'd have won both, that would have been different.
You know, for the players that are not there, this is time for them to get some rest. And for those who didn't attend, maybe you get some FOMO.
Some FOMO.
I have no idea what it means.
Frequent, often, massage, and Oreos.
Anybody in our studio audience know what FOMO is?
I have no idea.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Get up out of your seat. Let's make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers. In the middle, at 6'9" number 13, Tristan Thompson. Shooting guard at 6'3", number 1, Derek Rose. He's starting forward from UCLA, number 0, Kevin Love. The other guard at 5'9", number 3, Isaiah Thomas. From St. Vincent St. Mary High School, Akron, Ohio, number 23, LeBron James! Once again, your Cleveland Cavaliers!
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. The Spurs would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. Two top caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
And they prove that they know how to beat this team. We saw that in the first meeting. Can they make it a clean sweep on the season series? We'll find out tonight.
It won't be easy, but you know they are going to give their best effort to make sure that takes place.
And the starting group for the Spurs, skilled tandem of Leonard and Aldridge at the 3 and the 4. Parker and Green are the guard set. And it's Gasol and at the center, locking down the middle.
Kawhi Leonard right there in the thick of the MVP conversation. We know he doesn't care about recognition. He just focuses on basketball.
Now here's Rose. Here's LeBron.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Aldridge a screen. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Leonard against James. Love kicks to LeBron. It's a pick by Love. James dishes to Thomas. Over in the corner, Rose. Shot clock at 6. Thomas, no good. On defense, the Cavaliers want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And in that one, it was all about shutting down the paint. They were just terrific in terms of their rim protection.
It was big-time shot blocking. They were energetic, intimidating, and that really affected the outcome.
The second chance effort, and so he draws the foul on the shot and a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Getting there up in age. We know Tony Parker was the Spurs' top scorer for half a decade from 2011 on. Their offense was built around his slashing ability.
And that one falls for Parker. And guard Tony Parker, now 35 years of age, bound one day for the Hall of Fame. Last season, the lowest minutes average of his career, around 25 minutes a game.
Yeah, his game has always been based on quickness. He's lost a step, and it's been challenging. But he's studied John Stockton, Jason Kidd, and Nash to see how they remained effective.
And Love gets it to go.
Feathery touch in the painted area serves Love very well.
Aldridge's screen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Cleveland.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Now here's Thomas. He had 13 points in the win against Memphis.
And when you factor in the assist totals, that's a complete game.
LeBron against Leonard. Love outside. A three-pointer, no good. Here's San Antonio now. They trailed by 1. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And you know, when everyone's working together, taking care of their roles, it just makes the game easier.
You know what? We got to see what this offense is capable of. When they get into a rhythm, man, watch out.
Got a piece of it. Thomas with the ball. He has been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Thompson passes to Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The feed to Rose. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Green kicks to Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
With authority, Pau Gasol turns up the aggressiveness. Always a good sign for this team.
Thompson, high post. Pass to Thomas. Back to Rose. He dishes it to LeBron. Passes to Thomas. Rose kicks to Love. Tries a three. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Love. Rose has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Derrick Rose, when he's in the outside shot, creates even more space for him to operate.
Green kicks to Parker. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better. No surprise, in a battle of wheels down low, the big man comes away with it.
Back to Leonard. Aldridge's screen. Parker outside. A three from Leonard. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. LeBron outside. To the inside. Here's Love, and Love throws it down.
The facilitator, LeBron, sees the entire floor. If you're open, you know what? He'll find you.
San Antonio trailing here. Parker dishes to Green. Feeds it to Leonard. Gasol, a screen on Thompson. Here's Leonard. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Thompson, a screen on Leonard. James, the pass to Love. Back to James. Outside Rose. The three. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Spurs have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Now the pass to Parker. Leonard against LeBron. Leonard and the Spurs scoring again.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Out to the wing. There's Rose with the three. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots. The Spurs, a top 7 offensive team for the last 7 seasons. Their passing and perimeter shooting is what really sets them apart.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Thomas kicks to Love. Dishes it to Thompson. Back to Love. And another miss by Cleveland. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Green dishes to Aldridge. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Almost automatic from there. Aldridge using his length to full advantage inside.
Love with the screen on Leonard. And Thomas has it in the corner. Over Parker. Thomas, good.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Jay Crowder comes in for Kevin Love. J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Rose. Now here's Crowder following the miss by Chris Bosh. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Greg Popovich.
Thanks, Kevin. What he said they're concerned with most is slowing down transition. He said those guys can cause problems if we let them get on the fast break. So stopping space and pace is priority number 1. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
Excellent, excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Mills in the corner. Anderson outside. Ginobili outside. Bosh sets the pick for Ginobili. Shoots over Holmes. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Cavaliers trailing. Now here's Thomas. Crowder sets a screen for Thomas. In the corner, Smith with it. Upside Thomas. The kick out to Crowder. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. The Spurs have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. The dish to Mills. Ginobili outside. Back to Bosh. 16 feet away. Anderson's shot is off.
When you miss a lay-in, it sort of sucks the energy out of your team.
Smith for 3. That one misses. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Anderson against Crowder. And that's going to be a travel. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. In 4th, the Spurs.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Now here's Thomas. Crowder sets a screen for Thomas. Wade outside. Back to Thomas. Smith on the wing. Launches a three. And it's Smith again missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Here's Mills. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Nice calculation by Mills and quick hands. We see it all the time. The turnover leading to points in transition.
Thomas goes in, and there it is for him. Thomas got his second bucket. And Smitty, you retired back in what, 2005? Do you still get a chance to play pickup from time to time?
You know, we play pickup, Kevin. Yes, in 2005 I retired. Guys I get a chance to play with in Atlanta, Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Charles Oakley, Tony Delk. So we have a great group. Other than that, we're real old and have gray hair. But now it's got uglier and uglier. We play about 1 or 2 games, and we let our kids pick up the rest.
Smitty, I can see maybe speed and quickness going because of age, but I bet the shot is always still pretty much there, correct?
The shot is still there, and the fouling is going up to another level.
Now, here's Mills, following the miss by Chris Bosh. Knocked away. Holmes with the steal.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Now, here is Smith looking for his first basket still in this one. Out to the right wing. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Holmes got the game tied up here for the Cavs. 104 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Bosh. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
And Bosh has a beautiful stroke from the mid-range. Once you give him room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
Holmes has a screen. Wade, right side. Outside Thomas. Got a piece of it. Mills with it. Thomas is on it. Gay. And the rejection by Smith. Pass to Holmes. Looking for Wade. He gets it there. Takes it off the glass.
If you let Wade get the ball that deep, there really isn't anything you can do.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Thomas. Mills passes to Gay. Right side Bosh. Nice form on the 20-footer. Here's Thomas. From deep. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Spurs lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. The San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach.
Attack and find the open teammate, not try to solve problems by ourselves. It's something that we've never done, and every time we did it, it's not us.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through this Spurs organization.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Control the boards, and you control the flow of the game.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Mills and Manu at the guards. Anderson is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Gay in at the 3 spot. Wade kicks to Crowder. Wade left side. And good that time. Wade's got 6.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Anderson against Crowder. Wade can't hit.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
And he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
Now here's Wade. 6 points for him. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Ginobili dishes to Bosch. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Bosch has got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs.
You know, Kevin, it's easy to forget, but Greg Popovich was almost fired by the Spurs back in '99. Rough start that year, under 500. The players caught wind that if they didn't win the next game in Houston, Pop would get the X.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Green, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And it's Carter in for J.R. Smith. Leonard, he's checked in for the Spurs. And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That's his first foul. And amazing to think about an all-time great like Popovich being on the hot seat. His players went to the mat for him, though, didn't they?
Some huge performances by Tim Duncan, among others. They really came out to support Pop. The Spurs finished that season on a tear, going on to win the franchise first NBA title.
Love's check in for Cleveland. Rose comes in for Dwayne Wade. Here is Rose, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Kicks it to Shumpert. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. And here's Green outside. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
He gets that one. Parker's got 5.
Sneaking inside, converting the high percentage look. Something Parker does well.
Rose passes to Love. And the dunk by Love.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
And San Antonio has possession. The Cavaliers making the shot.
A mix-up with the defense leaves him wide open from mid-range, a shot he usually makes.
Outside jumper. Over in the corner, Rose sinks the three-pointer. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Bosch, the screen. Green kicks to Leonard. Over Green. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. He's got 8.
I mean, a great job working off the screen. Kawhi is as smooth as silk.
Outside jumper. Love with the screen for Carter. Back to Shumpert. Here's the 3. The shot comes out, and San Antonio will go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years.
Hey, this is what happens when Kawhi gets the ball. He draws in the defense, and you leave someone open.
Here's Rose, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
He's being aggressive, trying to turn around the team's fortunes, but he's having a hard time executing.
This offense just continues to impress.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Outside Rose. And Rose throws it down.
Insane leaping skills from Derrick Rose on display. You got to watch out when he takes off.
Parker kicks to Green. He feeds it to Leonard. Over Love. And it's Leonard missing. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Steve, you've gone the broadcasting route, but we've seen a lot of former players becoming head coaches lately. Who else do you think could become a coach someday? Current players that you're watching.
I think Chris Paul, I think Stephen Curry, a lot of guys. LeBron James for sure, Dwayne Wade. I think Draymond Green will be somewhat like a Stan Van Gundy, a Tom Thibodeau, just yelling and screaming. And
I like that.
Those are some of the names.
Yes. And Cleveland making a change here. James is checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Pau Gasol's checked in for Chris Bosh. And stolen by Love. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
The power of LeBron. Even if you tried to give the hard foul, he'll go right through you.
And Steve, so many star players get credit for their offensive game. LeBron James is just as much a factor on the other end of the floor at the defensive end.
Yeah, on that end, he's incredibly versatile. He can guard 1 through 5. He said that his chase down block of Iguodala in the 2016 finals was the defining play of his career. Obviously, he takes tremendous pride in his defensive game.
Here is Love after Pau Gasol's bucket. James dishes to Rose. James against Leonard. Here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
How about the awareness there from James? I like the fact that he sets the floor for his teammates.
It's deflected. It's Aldridge penetrating. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Gasol.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
Here's Aldridge. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
LeBron James on the wing. Back to Rose. Kicks it out to LeBron. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Outside Leonard. He kicks to Parker. Aldridge with a screen on Rose. To the wing on the left. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Rebound by Jeff Green. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Back to Rose. Green, the screen. Rose passes to Green. Gasol with the steal. Leonard with no one around. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
James outside. Back to Rose. Carter kicks to Rose. Just 5 to shoot. Knocked loose. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on LeBron James.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
And Kawhi Leonard, the only player other than Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to be an all-star starter. Greg win the Defensive Player of the Year and win a Finals MVP award.
And Kevin, I think it's fair to say that's some lofty company to be in. You worry with the retirement of Tim Duncan. With the Spurs, go through a lull. And they found another 2-way superstar to kind of build their team around, much in the same in terms of mannerisms as a Tim Duncan.
Now here's Thomas. Thompson outside. The screen from Thompson. And Thomas, here we go. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. Second, the Cavaliers. In fourth, the Spurs.
And we're getting to watch two of the NBA's great defensive teams. I mean, very difficult to score as they both contest every shot.
Gasol dishes to Leonard. Takes the 13-footer. Gasol. And Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. Outside for Thomas. They set the pick. Lock at 6. Gasol with the steal. Mills with it. Now Smith defending. Unloads from 9.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. To the left side wing. Thompson, a screen on Leonard. Thomas down low. He's covered by Gay. Can they get it? And James throws it down hard.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
So it's the Spurs now. And here's Mills. 5 points in the game. And Leonard has it in the corner. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Up off the screen, and James throws it down hard.
Great natural instincts of LeBron. Good decision maker on the pick and roll.
And LeBron James, a 4-time MVP, one of 5 players, Smitty, ever to achieve that.
And last season became the first ever to total 27,000 points, 7,000 assists, and 7,000 rebounds. He's the greatest small forward ever to play this game, in my opinion.
And the Spurs making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Gay misses.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Thomas, that's good.
Yeah, they've got into a nice flow this quarter.
Spurs leading by 13. Ginobili kicks to Anderson. Anderson the screen. That's good from Ginobili on the assist by Rudy Gay.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
James, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
Now here's Gasol. He's coming off a 19-point game against Denver. Drills it from outside.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
James against Gay. LeBron kicks to Crowder. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for LeBron. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Now Thomas. 6 points for him. Gasol with the steal. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Mills kicks to Gay. Gasol a screen. Shot from free throw range. They get it back. And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got 7 points in the game.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
3 seconds left. And too long on the shot. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, Kawhi Leonard, he went off. And what's really impressing me is how effortless it looks. He's reached that elite skill level to where every move he makes looks like money. Maybe the best defensive player in the league, he can now dictate the game on the offensive end.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Isaiah Thomas out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's a 2 from Parker. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Parker, how his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 11 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 15-point game. Here's James, and he goes big with the dunk right over LaMarcus Aldridge.
Doesn't let the contact affect the shot. Great focus by LeBron.
And a huge payroll for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Steve, there's been tension at times with LeBron demanding more help to keep his team in title contention.
Yeah, the dollar signs, the luxury tax payments, and the tens of millions. Ownership made that commitment when they asked LeBron to come back. Money is no object when it comes to winning rings.
Now, here's Parker. Green kicks to Aldridge. Good D by Thompson.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Rose. And Love has it in the corner. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
Parker outside. Aldridge with a screen on LeBron. Hangs in the air, and Thompson sends it back.
Really, a lack of focus coming out of the break. So far, they are 0 for 3.
Thomas passes to Rose. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shoots a three. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Parker kicks to Green. The feed to Gasol. It's stolen by Rose. And oh, here we go. Rose, nobody back. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half. And it's really all about the evolution of Derrick Rose, finding out how to be more effective at this stage of his career. And, you know, I think he's done a good job of not relying on his outside shot as much. Still can attack and get to the rim, and it's starting to lead to better results.
For Rose, the outside shot was something that never really recovered after his injuries, Greg, but he is still a dangerous scorer without that tool.
One of the better finishers still at the rim in the league in terms of guards. His decision to go inside more helped bump that field goal percentage up last season. Not everyone can adjust their game, but Rose managed to do it seamlessly.
They can't buy one right now. 0 for 4 already to start the third.
Love with the screen on Parker. Out to Thompson. Love outside. James left side. 6 to shoot. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Isaiah Thomas.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. It's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard. The Cavaliers have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Thomas. Spurs also with the sub. Bosch is checked in. Well, the NBA we know has incredible competition. And more times than not, it's more serious than anything else. And you're so locked in. But Steve, right, there are moments of levity that everybody can kind of laugh at, correct?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think the one thing is having a teammate go to their free throw line, shooting an air ball, and him glancing over at the bench. And, you know, nobody wants to laugh at times. But depending on the game, you just bust out laughing. And then he goes up there and shoots it really hard to make sure he doesn't have an air ball. And then the one when you're passing the basketball and the teammate is not looking and you catch it right in the choppers. That's the one everybody laughs about the most.
How about you personally? Any moment that either you were laughing or people were laughing at something that happened to you on the floor?
You know, I had this one, we call it a flat tire, Kevin. I was led. Teammate Brevin Knight threw it out, and I couldn't stop. And my legs wobbled. I fell. I caught it and went out of bounds. That's the one I think for me was the funniest. It just wasn't funny when it happened.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And San Antonio has possession. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Aldridge dishes to Leonard. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. 20 points for Leonard.
And right now, Kawhi stacking points, playing at the highest level.
Rose passes to Holmes. Parker against Rose. Down low. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know, he's strong. He's a gifted big man with a high basketball IQ. That's Kevin Love.
2 shots.
And it's easy to see why LeBron James wanted Kevin Love in Cleveland. Both of them multi-skilled, multi-talented, and both have extremely high basketball IQs for the game.
Both free throws good from Kevin Love. And it seems like Kevin Love's game really fits alongside LeBron's.
It does. A great outlet passer, setting up LeBron on a lot of breakaways. And on the offensive end, he can space the floor and create second chance opportunities.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Green. Sinks that one from the post. And the Spurs lead by 2.
The veteran eyes see all. Frenchie with the tremendous look to make that play happen.
James kicks to Holmes. Love with the screen on Leonard. To Holmes, to the inside. And Love gets it to go. Love's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Parker dishes the Bosh. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Back to James. Pass to Holmes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Bosh. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Here's Bosh following the score by Cleveland.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
LeBron against Leonard. And the dunk by James.
And making it look completely effortless. LeBron using his immense talent to score at will.
Spurs trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Aldridge a screen. Here's Bosh. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Bosh has got 14 points for the game.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And here's Rose outside.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
There's a screen. Parker kicks to Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Here's Bosh. And that one comes up a bit short.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
Holmes passes to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
How about the hands on display there around the basket? I mean, he does not let those opportunities slip away, and that allows the lead to grow.
So it's the Spurs now. The Cavaliers making the shot. San Antonio calls timeout.
And the Cavs trade for Isaiah Thomas reunites 2 former teammates. He and Kevin Love actually played a little AAU ball together, both of them growing up in the Pacific Northwest.
For the Cavaliers, Crowder, he's checked in for Love. Smith comes in for James. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Rose. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Anderson, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gay comes in for Leonard. Ano Ginobili's checked in for Danny Green. And it's Mills in for Parker.
And back in high school, Isaiah Thomas used to ride the train down to Portland and stay the weekend at the Love's family house. For those 2, teaming up once again at this level is pretty surreal.
And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Cavaliers.
Well, they say the mid-range game is a dying art form, but after looking at this shot chart, they are injecting a ton of life into it. Well, whatever space is being offered up to them in the mid-range, they have accepted and have continually knocked down shots to make the defense pay.
Oh my gosh, I just got it.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
Hangs home the trifecta.
And the team wants Shumpert to be a 3-and-D guy. Just has to be more consistent out there.
Mills with it. He's got 8. Bosch, the screen. Mills dishes to Bosch. Passes it to Anderson. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Crowder. And with Rudy Gay, scoring, Greg, has never been a problem for him, has pretty much had the same level of production his entire career.
Yeah, and if you say that about some players, it's considered an insult, but it's a good thing for Gay. Usually we'll shoot in the mid-40s for his field goal percentage, and solid at that small forward position. Also a great ISO game.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Chris Bosch. Smith against Gay. Feeds to Shumpert. Over Mills. Shumpert, no good. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Ginobili. Excellent defense there from Smith. The Cavaliers shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Holmes down low, working on Bosch. Wade kicks to Holmes. Stolen by Ginobili. Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
1:39 left in the third. Wade passes to Smith. No good from outside.
A blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Now here's Mills. He's got 10. Here's Gay outside. The shot, no good. And here are the Cavaliers. Crowder kicks to Smith. Outside jumper. Inside, and so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. The Cavaliers #1.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Crowder against Bosch for the lead. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And checking out the stats for Mills. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson comes in for Rashad Holmes. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Iman Shumpert. Pau Gasol's checked in for San Antonio. Gay dishes to Ginobili. And the shot goes in.
And I just love seeing Gay share the ball. A solid distributor, given his size and ability to see over defenders.
Stolen by Gay. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Ginobili can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 4.
And when you can't hold for the last possession, that's what you want to try and do.
Patience and execution. You need both here. We'll see what they run.
They set the pick. They need this one. It's good. 10 points for Isaiah Thomas.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. It's San Antonio up 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
Only difference is competitiveness. Stick with the strategy, stick with each other. Long night. Keep competing, keep pounding, keep pounding. Ain't about any one person. It's about us and how we do.
Banding together the guys. Greg Popovich preaching toughness and unity.
Yeah, and Pop really zeroes in on the fight. He's one of those guys, if you don't play your hardest, you don't play.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. On the court right now for the Spurs, Mills and Manu at the guards. Rudy Gay is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Gasol at the center. Now here's Ginobili. Bosh kicks to Mills. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Cavaliers leading. Gasol with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. Floats one, and the shot is good.
You can't forget about Ginobili's activity defensively. Does a great job of using his hands to come up with steals.
Now here is Smith. Outside Thomas. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Crowder kicks to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Bosh. Gay against Smith. 14 feet away. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Crowder's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Back to Smith. Right side Thomas. He can't get it to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Ginobili the pass to Bosh. Bosh, the screen. Here's Gay, and finished off by Gay.
This is something Gay does wonderfully. An insane dunker who loves finishing strong at the rim.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Thomas. Hits the front of the rim and out. Spurs leading by 3. Now here's Gay. He dishes it to Gasol. Crowder with the steal. Now here's Thomas, covered by Mills. And Thomas, here we go. Gasol with the steal. Gay up top, covered by Smith. And here's Mills for 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Thomas. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Thomas got the game tied up here for Cleveland.
Usually on the finishing end of plays, JR this time playing the role of facilitator.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And you look back for J.R. Smith, you know, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit, but do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster, not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing. Kevin
Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. LeBron comes in for J.R. Smith. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Bosh. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Rudy Gay. Danny Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Parker's subbed in for Patty Mills. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They set the pick. Parker kicks to Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Dwayne Wade.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
That free throw good from Gasol.
Oh my God.
And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
Now here's Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Thomas with another miss.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
Green kicks to Gasol. Parker against Thomas. 6 to shoot. Over Thompson. Gasol with another miss. Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And the pass to Thomas. Thompson dishes to Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that look like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
It's Gasol missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
LeBron outside. Down low, here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Spurs passing it around. Here's Gasol. Back to Leonard. Latrey. Offensive rebound. Tries again, and the officials call a traveling violation.
Just another example of losing concentration. His fourth turnover of the evening. He has to start protecting the ball better.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Thomas kicks to Thompson. Thomas passes to Wade. Thompson in the post, defended by Gasol. Love wide open, he fires. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. And that's 18 points for Kevin Love. Spurs trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Aldridge. Dishes it to Parker. Over Thomas, and that one's good. Parker.
The quick release to get it off. Parker undeterred with a hand in his face.
Here's LeBron. And Thomas has it in the corner. Looking to get back on track here. And Thompson kicks to Love. To the inside. He's looking for LeBron and finds him. Misses in close. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Green dishes to Parker. Pass to Gasol. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, throughout his great career, Gasol has always been a frequent flyer at the free throw line. How Gasol, as skilled of a big man as you'll find in this league, in my opinion, passing, shooting, handling, you name it.
He misses the free throw. We were just talking about Pau shooting last season. He shot almost 55% from three-point range. How about that?
That's how you fend off Father Time. Keep adding layers to your game.
Rose is checked in for Dwayne Wade. Now here's James. Tries from 16. Good. He hits the jump shot. James has got 14 points now in the second half.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Aldridge is screened. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
A monster pick set by Aldridge. Just good fundamental basketball.
Thompson, a screen on Leonard. Leonard with the steal. Gasol setting the pick for Leonard. Down low. Stolen by Thomas. Love kicks to Rose. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Rose has really accepted the responsibility of being the leader of this team. They look to him to deliver night after night.
Derrick Rose. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
Now here is Aldridge. Green, the screen. Aldridge, the pass to Leonard. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Aldridge has got 3 assists in the game. Rose kicks to LeBron. Love with the screen on Leonard. The drive by James. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Somebody's got to rotate over, but who wants to step in front of LeBron?
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Leonard kicks to Parker. Back to Leonard. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Leonard's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
The decision-making of Leonard could have hit the roller, but already had the shot he wanted.
Love outside. Leonard against James. And Rose wide open. He shoots. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Parker outside. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You like to see that terrific presence of mind. Parker with some big points.
Thomas dishes to James. Back to Thomas. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And LeBron throws it down.
One of the league's great competitors. The second LeBron catches the ball, you can see he's looking to rise to the occasion.
Spurs trail by 3. Parker passes to Gasol. The dish to Aldridge. Over Love. Aldridge misses. For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Rose kicks to James. The screen from Thompson, and they double him up with LeBron. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by James. And it's a 5-point Cavalier lead. 1:52 left here in the 4th quarter. Parker dishes to Green. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. Gasol passes to Parker. Green, the screen, to the middle. Here's Leonard.
Great positioning to contest that shot. Love's a better defender than he gets credit for.
And Parker, here we go. The shot's good.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
I'm so surprised in a game this close. I know it's easy to criticize, but the defense has to be better in the 4th.
Here's LeBron following the score by Tony Parker, and Thomas has it in the corner. And it's Love missing.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
56 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And here is LeBron. glove with the screen on Leonard. 4 on the shot clock. And stolen by Aldridge. Parker kicks to Gasol. Tries again. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
This guy is the definition of the word clutch. He has all the trust in the world from his teammates in these kinds of situations.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. LeBron dishes to Thompson. Count it!
A big-time bucket there. They've got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Parker passes to Gasol. Goes up to the stripe. Missed! And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
9 seconds left in the game. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Well, this is how you close out. Beautiful job.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 4. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's what's your take?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what is your sense of how the team is playing at the moment?
We have a good thing going right now, and we want to try to keep it going. And the best part about tonight's game was the defensive end. We defended, and we shared the ball, and that's a good ingredient to a win.
It was working at both ends, LeBron. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.